Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Purdue Esports Alienware Gaming Lounge stream. Today, we will be covering the game of Purdue Gold versus Fishers? Fishers. University or college.
Fisher College.
One of those. Hi, I'm Melody.
I'm Radgo's Recon.
We'll be your casters for today. And hopefully we should be getting into draft pretty soon here. Game was supposed to start at 8. Not sure what time it is. Doubt it's 8 because we already. We're in draft and we're not using an alternative website. Okay, it looks like Fishers College is going to start with a Galio ban.
Oh no,
or a Riven ban. Okay,
targeting Purdue Gold top laner.
Yes, Junkie Joshua, who is a known Riven Gwen two trick. Right.
The Varus ban for the ADC on Fishers College.
Who has been playing a lot of Varus recently. Looks like Purdue is definitely thinking about it. They do have 2 bans here, so.
Okay.
Or maybe they don't?
I don't know how this draft works.
Usually, okay. Well, they're in tournament draft. This is interesting.
Is this tournament draft? It is tournament draft.
It looks like they're going to be completely banning out Junkie Joshua here, taking out the Riven and the Gwen, so he's not able to play.
The Gnar ban.
Okay. Lots of bans here going towards top lane. Top lane's gonna find that their champ pools are a little bit limited this time around.
Yeah, that's gonna let them get really exploited in the early laning phase. They're gonna be very uncomfortable in their matchups.
I see. Looks like we're thinking about an Action ban. Not sure why. As far as I'm concerned, yep. Looks like they've swapped it to a jungle ban. It's going to be towards Jarvan. Honestly, a really interesting take. Ooh, we got the fancy UI. An interesting ban on the side of Fisher College, considering that I believe that their jungler actually plays more Jarvan. But as always, Jarvan is a staple competitive pick.
The Mbessa pick.
And we think this Mbessa is probably going to go. Oh, they only hovered it. Okay, so Orianna definitely going.
That is a really strong pick at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, looks like Purdue's hovering the LeBlanc, which we know Mungi played a lot of. And he is actually going to lock in. Not sure about the LeBlanc-Orianna matchup, but we do know that Orianna is a very prevalent pick in pro play right now. Purdue Gold also thinking about the Jinx. Okay, they're going to lock that in for Mystical Meme. He plays a lot of Jinx and Kaisa, I believe. But we did see an Mbessa hover earlier from Fisher College, so you think they'll pick that, or you think they'll
Mbessa's been a really strong pick recently, and it's very, very influential for like picks and stuff like that. I'm unclear on how it is currently, but I know the way the jungle clear has been really efficient, and it leads to some early plays, which is really good.
I see. That's interesting. And they could potentially flex it. Oh
yes,
yeah, it looks like our bot lane is getting finalized on the side of Fisher College. Purdue doing the safe draft. They're probably going to pick their support next now that they know, or they're going to wait and give Angry Enchilada last pick. But Corki Nami, pretty strong poke-wise. Got a lot of sustain just from the Nami W. Good CC as well. Purdue thinking about what they want to do next. Running out of time. Gonna lock in the Xin Zhao pick. Solid. Okay. Temek plays a lot of that in comp, I believe. So you should be like pretty confident, I hope, on it. Do you know if this is fearless?
I do not. And I was actually wondering.
I believe most top games are typically fearless now.
Yeah. At least in pro play.
Yeah, but I think they carried it over into teams. So.
Fearless. It is fearless. Okay.
I see. Okay. And it looks like we're waiting on bans. We're going to go with a Nocturne ban. Just don't want the power of Nocturne R, especially into the Jinx, I suppose.
Yeah, really devastating in the side lane, setting up picks.
Yeah, of course. Just a great tool. And of course, the Nocturne Orianna, the classic combo. Ball and Nocturne, he goes in. 2 ults.
True.
Your squishies get deleted. Fisher College going to respond with a Nautilus ban, which Angry Enchilada, I believe, does play. Funny thing about Nautilus, though, maybe not a worthy ban pick against Purdue University, as historically, don't know if you know this, but historically our supports have been incapable of playing Nautilus. For whatever reason, they've just all had like a mental block against it. So, and it
Yeah,
looks like
that's-
we're gonna close out our last ban with Wukong for Purdue. Lots of bans targeting jungle.
Do we know which team is last pick?
Do we know which team? I believe Purdue Gold has last pick since Fisher College has first pick. So it's
Yeah.
going to be Purdue picks and then 2 on Fisher College, and then we go back.
All right, that'll be good. Well, I guess it depends on how we set this up, but it could be good for Purdue Gold's top laner.
Yeah, for sure. They're either going to give him or they're going to give Enchilada. And looks like they are looking to pick the Seraphine support just to match the Enchanter on the other side of Fisher College with a little bit of sustain, a little bit of poke, a little bit of CC as well with the Seraphine. And they are going to give
Zehen.
the counter pick. Zehen, okay. Now I know a little bit about Zehen, but I don't know that much about Zehen. So you get to be the Zehen
right.
expert here.
I'll be the Zehen expert. Okay, so Zehen is a very devastating pick to deal with, especially in the late game team fights. Because his passive, he stacks AD through landing abilities and autos, and ultimately, if his passive is up, he unlocks a revive, which has a long cooldown. But what you can do is enter the Ambessa pick for top lane. That's a great
wow.
blind pick. Unless that's the jungle, it could be Zehen.
It could
top
be
lane.
either. They could be flexing both of them.
It is a bit of a flex. Considering their
Oh no,
No.
they're gonna go to Scion. Can Scion jungle? I don't think Scion is typically
I don't know
used
how
as
great
a
it is.
jungler. Looks like it's gonna go Scion top, and Purdue is now
That's-
looking to just swipe that Ambessa pick,
crazy.
and they will lock it in for Junkie Joshua. This should be a very exciting first game.
Yes. And looking at the drafts a bit, it's looking like it might be a bit of a pick comp from Purdue Gold with the Ambessa ult and the LeBlanc's.
Yeah, they're both very divey, but the Seraphine wants to play with other people, so she can keep. So she and Zidao can keep Jinx safe. Altogether, pretty good, solid comp, I would say. And then on the side of Fisher's College, they have the Nami, they have the Orianna.
Very, very strong team fight team.
Yeah, and they also have quite good side laning potential with the Zahen and the Scion. Scion particularly known for just running up the side lane
Absolutely devastating.
with his ult. And Zahen, also a very solid side laner with the passive and the ult, able to get him out of sticky situations, hopefully.
All right.
But yeah, going into the first game, I believe Purdue are at a little bit of a rank disadvantage. So definitely hoping that they will fall back on the teamwork and the communication to see this one out.
We want it more, so it's going for us. I believe.
So true. Yeah, never fight an enemy on their home soil and whatnot. Though I guess this does not apply as Runeterra is
Wow.
not exactly where any of us live.
I
But
don't
it looks
know
like
that Fisher's College
we're...
has incredible casters going over their games.
They could. You never know.
Well, you know,
Oh, you're saying that you
we're
think
we're just better.
we could take the Fisher College casters in a cast off.
In a cast off.
Okay,
cast off.
bold words. But it looks like we are currently waiting for spectator delay. Wait, that's so cool. You can see it on top
That
there.
is really cool.
But
Thanks
unfortunately,
to our tech guy. He really
Yeah.
set this up well.
even production has to wait on spectator delay sometimes, which sucks. But I believe the countdown is bugged, so we'll probably get into game around like 30 seconds in.
Okay.
But yeah,
All right, then I guess you want to quickly go back over like team comps or something like that.
yeah. So let's talk early game. What do we want to see out of bot lane?
Bot lane.
They are both clearly very pokey with the Nami and the
Yeah.
Seraphine. The Nami E bounce, of course, able to do damage, or sorry, Nami W bounce, and the Nami E able to enable the Corki. The Corki has naturally very strong autos due to his passive, and of course a lot of strong spells. I'm expecting Jinx to have to play farther back, especially with how weak she is in the early game, as she can't really use her empowered autos as often. But should be interesting. Definitely have to keep an eye out on which side the junglers are going to path to, top side or bot side. Take your pick. What do you think Where do you think Temek, who is Purdue Gold's jungler, is gonna go for
Ooh.
first?
You know, I think it kind of depends a bit on Xin Zhao, but I'm thinking with how the games have been going, they're probably pathing towards bot. Bot lane is very, very influential in the late game, and setting it up early is very important. I don't know that bot lane is going to be able to get the early advantage, though, so an early scuttle fight might actually be difficult. So
Right.
maybe I should change my mind back to the
The,
back
the
to
top
pathing
lane
top,
path?
pathing to top.
Well, no, I think you made a lot of good points. I think, especially since we know that Jinx has to scale a little bit more than Corki does. He'll probably want, and especially because LeBlanc and Ambessa are like relatively strong in the early game, so he'll probably want to go bot just to be able to enable his bot lane to like kind of survive. And even if he like goes and like loses a couple of scuttle fights, at least he can make it so the odds of them dying are much, much less. And it looks like everything's coming off screen, so maybe we're about to go
Maybe
into
we're
game.
almost in.
Maybe? Question mark?
All right.
knows?
Sounds like the game's loading, so
That
in
should
there
be
shortly.
exciting. And then on the side of Zahen, of course, I don't know in depth about how he works as a jungler, but I do know their bot lane is a little bit stronger, and their top lane is Sion, who is also more of a scaling top laner with his health passive and whatnot, but of course should be able to hold his own against the Ambessa. Does have to watch out for all of her mobility, though.
Oh, and we are live.
Yeah, and we're in game.
Perfect.
Exciting. Maybe
It's
we can get a
looking-
little bit of a zoom out.
Oh
But,
yeah, that would be nice.
It looks like Fisher's College are going to ward Purdue's. Oh, okay.
Ambessa has a slightly aggressive setup with the Ignite, now that we'll have a TP coming out through the role quest.
Oh,
And
right. I forgot that's a
the
thing.
Ambessa pick is actually, if I believe, or if I'm correct, it is a good pick into Sion. Because of all the mobility, it's very hard for Sion to land any Qs.
Of course. You'd simply dash behind him. What is he gonna do? Sit there?
Yeah.
So we should see some topside support, hopefully. And then, as mentioned, you can see Purdue's bot lane having to play pretty conservatively due to just the amount of poke. They are holding their
Relatively
own.
good trade.
Yeah, the sustain from the Seraphine is definitely helping. Junkie Joshua forcing Adrenalina back. And of course, Mungi with the Assassin Mage pick. Doing a lot against Lumiere. Does get the root there.
Josh, another heavy trade into the Sion.
Right. And Sion, correct me if I'm wrong, gets health from killing Oh, it looks like Brabro is going in the bot side. A little bit of a skirmish. Lower HPs on both sides.
Do we
I
know
think
about
most
summoners?
importantly, oh yeah,
Yeah,
summoners.
both barriers were traded and a heal from our Seraphine.
Yeah, so they do currently have some's advantage with that extra heal in the bot lane. But you do have to watch out, mostly on people's mana. Brabro going in, he is playing extremely aggressively. Mungi trying to look for the kill on Lumiere,
Ooh,
does
first
get the
blood goes to
first
Pretty
blood,
Gold.
and gets taken out by Snurb, who arrives just in time to get the revenge kill for his mid laner. But I was
Ambessa looking for a ward in the enemy jungle.
Oh yeah, just to
Great.
match. Oh, actually, they didn't get any wards down. They walked through the chickens and didn't put down any wards. Interesting. Orianna gonna be TPing back to mid, and it looks like Junkie Joshua has caught up to Adrenalina, trying to use the ignite coming out here. Isn't able to confirm the kill. Cooldown's still a little bit too long. But Adrenalina does have to play it quite safe here.
Especially with Zehen taking Scuttle in the river below. There could be some
Opportunity for a gank. Really exciting. As we pan back to the bot lane, what was I going to say? I was going to say, never mind, Mugi is fist fighting in the mid lane. Don't get to say what I was going to say. Mugi now stuck under turret. Looks like Temek is in fact clearing towards the bot side. Orianna actually going to take a turret shot there, making the health a little bit more even. Junkie Joshua hiding. Oh, actually gets the flash out from Adrenalina, but doesn't have enough dashes to follow up. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Mystical Meme and Angry Enchilada have actually gotten it pushed out. Pretty good by them. And it looks like Temek is on the flank. He wants to terrorize this Orianna as he catches up.
Great combination kill in the mid lane.
Yeah, and great root by Angry Enchilada there, getting a lot more poke down. However, the wave is frozen. It's going to slow push now, making it a little harder for them to farm. Might have messed up a little bit with the wave state, couldn't get it all the way in. But Brabro going in
Big
again.
trade from Corky.
Oh, and Nami misses the
The
Q.
junk traps land on the... Oh, another fight in the
Flash
mid lane.
coming out from both junglers in the mid lane as Mungi just tries to keep his Xin Zhao alive. He does fall. Can Mungi get the kill here? What is Snurb trying to do? Does he have... Oh,
That
Mungi's
was
trying to
the-
wait out his revive, no? Or does he not have it
yes,
yet?
Yes, when the bar is fully stacked red, that is a fully stacked passive, and the best thing you can do is wait that out.
I see. A little bit rough for him there as he does get caught by the Orianna. Meanwhile, we pan to top lane where Junkie Joshua and Adrenalina are again fighting. Looks like just going to be a small skirmish here. I will say the Fisher's College Corki is an extremely aggressive Corki, maybe just because he knows that Temek is not in the area to punish him. He's able to use his W to go in. Of course, Angry Enchilada, really important that he lands those Seraphine empowered E's, gets the root, and allows Mystical Meme to free fire onto the Corki. Even though they have quite even ranges. But it looks like as we continue to watch the top laner scuffle, you can see that Temek actually went and tried to get some camps. I forget that camp. What is that camp? Oh, it's blue buff question mark?
Buff?
I think he went and
I
tried.
think he went and got
Enemy blue buff. Here's the root coming out from Mungi onto Lumiere. Is able to get a second root off. The ignite
a
comes
solo
out.
kill in the mid lane.
Yeah. Solo kill over to Mungi. It's looking quite powerful right now with 2-2 going 2-2 and 1. Only matched by Fisher College's Zahen going, who also has a hefty bounty. Does have to be careful. Looks like the Light and Reset and Snurb are plotting. Going to try and get him. The root does come out. Angry Enchilada is also here. Does miss the E, unfortunately. I think they definitely could have taken out Light Reset if he landed it. But he does take some hefty damage. And now the other jungler is here. They're able to posture a great stun by Angry Enchilada, but nothing really comes from it. But it does mean, since their health bars are much higher, they might move to take the dragon, Mountain Drake. It's going to be our first Drake this game.
Nice and early.
Yeah, but great move from Angry Enchilada. Actually left out a good time. You could see Mystical Meme was actually able to step up and farm the wave because it was even and not pushed in too far. And it looks like Purdue Gold are indeed going to start off the Drake. They pulled their bot lane in to help, it seems. And it doesn't look like Fisher's College is going to be much of contesting at all. Oh, and Bessa ult coming out here as both top laners level to level 7. She is in there. However, does she have enough damage to finish him off?
Perfect.
She does. Forcing out the... And it looks like he's just going to try and...
Shockwave from the Orianna comes out. Evens the trade out, actually.
Yeah, it does. But it does get rooted, so can't really follow up. Meanwhile, in bot lane, the wave is not in an ideal state as Angry Enchilada sidesteps that Nami Q. They're definitely trying to play back to their advantage. Again, only the ADCs have ult here now. But the Corki ult is just so annoying as a poke tool. It just allows him to take so much space there. It looks like Temek is hanging out in the mid lane. Really enjoys ganking this Orianna. Meanwhile, the Nami ult, the tidal wave, actually going to come out, getting Angry Enchilada's flash there. They do not really kill him as the Jinx traps are able to dissuade them from moving up too far. In the mid lane, okay, they're skirmishing like crazy. Wait, go back mid. Okay. Oh, Brabro with the W, able actually to take out Angry Enchilada while we were distracted by the mid lane play. It looks like Mungi got out safely. I was afraid.
Yes, I believe Tamik came and covered for the Zehen gank.
Oh, that's nice. Unfortunate there. we can really see the sheer amount of damage that this Corki packs, especially with the buffs from Nami, the Nami speed buff on her passive and the E as well. You wouldn't think he would be able to take Angry Enchilada because he was like relatively high health now.
Yeah. He was high health into that.
Yeah, but it looks like based off the momentum from the bot lane and mid lane ganks, Fisher's College are able to take, I believe, all 3 of the Void Grubs.
Oriana's left unattended to take some plates in the mid lane.
Yeah, definitely evening out the gold advantage, though Angry Enchilada has shown up. Misses the root, otherwise would have been able to get a lot of damage, if not kill, there. But Mugi, again, playing the LeBlanc game, W in QE, and then go back out. We can see Temek again hovering in the mid bush. Temek's favorite spot is the mid bush, apparently. And it looks like they're definitely playing to funnel this LeBlanc as the shockwave comes out, actually forces the... Meanwhile, in the top lane, we have the Mbessa, the final execution coming out, gets the flash from Adrenalina, who has to run as Junkie Joshua, with that Mbessa, has all those dashes, but actually isn't able to catch up. Again, cooldowns. So tragic. But does force the Sion to recall, but like the fight in mid lane. Do you want to say anything about it?
Well, I mean, it was honestly crazy. One thing I have noticed in the mid lane is...
the Nami bubble and the ult coming out. Angry Enchilada buys a lot of time for his ADC as he lets the Seraphine R rip, is able to save them both from dying. But a lot of fighting going on this game. We are constantly just getting interrupted by other fights. But yeah, we can see...
big fight coming in the bot lane.
Yeah, Snurb has arrived to back up his bot laner as Temek and Mugi move here to try and get a gank. A lot of the Seraphine root hits and they're able to burst down Snurb easily. Temek does get the root on Brabro, but he's able to sidestep. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Junkie Joshua getting a little bit low. That Sion recalled and was able to come back. So he definitely has a health advantage now, able to push that wave in, and we just left that Oriana free farming. Of course, it's good that we went bot and got gold. LeBlanc is an assassin, so she wants to do that. She wants to go bot and terrorize things. Ooh, the missed E there. Unfortunate. Has to play a little bit careful, but Temek is here to back up his mid laner. Yeah.
Ooh, Shockwave
Shockwave actually going to able to kill the LeBlanc there.
Shutdown? No, that wasn't a shutdown.
Probably not, but Lumiere actually goes 1 for 1 as he dies to Temek there. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, you can see Bravo using that Corki poke that we mentioned in the beginning just to shut down, or not shut down, just to take out Mystical Meme again. And it looks like in top lane, the health bars have evened themselves out a little bit more. Of course, Mbessa, with all of her mobility and slightly higher damage, yeah, is able to make it more even. Junkie Joshua's gonna try and go in. It takes the flash, but the Zahen ult actually confirms the amount of damage she needs, and the ignite not enough to finish off Snurb there. First time he's been top, very impactful. Able to really turn it around for Sion, who now gets to hit for free plates or have plenty of time to recall. Yeah,
greedy.
I mean, when you see that much crystal built up on the tower, I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Not hit it?
Also had Demolish as well with the three little crystal pop-ups.
Oh, I see. I'm not sure how Demolish works in New Season. But meanwhile, taking advantage of Smurf's trip top, Purdue are going to take the Cloud Drake, the second Drake for the game. Thanks to the help of Mugi and Mystical Meme. We can definitely see we're moving slightly closer into mid-game now, 12 minutes. Angry Enchilada fires a Q into nothing. Sorry, Richard. I just had to point that out. One of the many joys of casting. But we're moving into the mid-game. We should see bot laners move mid. Will be interesting as Jinx is clearly the better scaler, but as seen, Bravo just does so much. This big Seraphine ult. Nami, we're gonna Nami ult as well to buy space for Bravo. The Jinx ult also coming out. Bravo getting rooted there, but not able to get the kill. Angry Enchilada gets hit by the bubble there. Just a lot more poke coming out from either side. Seraphine ult has been pretty solid. He has been hitting them. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Lumiere and Mugi find themselves in the bush. Lumiere actually able to get Mugi's flash here, The
Shockwave
Shockwave able to
collects
take
it.
him out. Looks like Smurf was also looking to dive the the bot lane, but wasn't quite able to do that. Had to ult to leave. But Lumiere getting a lot. You can see that mid turret is so low, and the platings have not even dropped yet, I believe. Yep, they're still on.
The platings actually don't drop in the new season.
Oh, not anymore?
They're on all turrets and they don't drop.
Wow, that's interesting. So you get bonus gold. Temek actually going to flash there. Believes he can take out Lumiere with the airborne. Is actually going to ult to... But he's just barely not fast enough to do it. And now Smurf is here. Oh, but the
Collects the
Orianna walked back into range, sealing his own fate. Now Timmick is running away. It's a game of cat and mouse as Smurf gets caught by the final execution by Junkie Joshua. But now Light and Reset is here. And then the Nami Q, CC just does so much. Timmick's alive! How is he alive? They take out Adrenalina, and Junkie Joshua is able to use the Embessa mobility to get into the backline and take out the Zahen. But unfortunately takes the blast cone back into him and dies. Mugi is now in there looking to take out Smurf, is able to, and Light and Reset has been left alone by all of his teammates as Temek, Angry, and Chalada and Mugi hunt him down. Ultimately, the team fight going over to Purdue. How is Temek alive? Oh, and unfortunately in the bot lane, Mystical Meme was not able to, as we say, play it safe when the support leaves. Bravo just using the sheer amount of not burst damage, but the higher damage numbers that Corki has over the Jinx, able to take out Mystical Meme and also the bot lane turret. But wow. As we said in the beginning, the rank gap, we did really hope that the teamwork between Purdue Gold would be able to play to that and to give them an advantage versus this team. And that was a very well thought out team up fight. It went very well. I still don't know how Temek is alive. But it looks like Livier hanging out now in the top lane with Adrenalina is going to use that Shockwave on Junkie Joshua, who is low, but does have those infinite dashes in the shield. The Jinzhao ult coming out isn't able to save him there. Light and Reset has found his way up here. The Jinx rocket we can see there going wide. Angry Enchilada trying to back up his jungler, but unfortunately unable to land any skill shots. Does get the Scion ult and gets clipped by the Scion Q, so now he has to run as Adrenalina actually going to flash to take him out. We did see Mungi there as well. Very low health bar. Not sure what happened slightly below the screen, but it looks like Purdue were coming to try and back up their top laner, but just the health difference made it so that they got taken out before they could really get there. But lots of low health bars on everyone. And it looks like Fisher's College are going to use this momentum to take out the Tier 2 top tower as Mystical Meme and Brabro continue their endless fight, now in mid lane. Different change of scenery, you know?
Yeah, the ADCs have migrated to the mid lane.
Angry Enchilada, gotta be careful there. Does sidestep the Nami bubble, is taking a lot of damage. Also able to use that speed boost to sidestep the Nami R. Mungi has did a bunch of damage on Light and Reset, and with the help of Tamek is able to take out Brabro. Light and Reset going to fall next as the cavalry arrives, the Avengers appear, and Junkie Joshua is going to chase Adrenalina a little bit further. Lots of shields coming out for both top laners. There you can see Adrenalina was actually able to clip a Q on Mugi thanks to his cooldowns. But we're all going to posture near Dragon now. Purdue with a 2-man advantage.
The Scion ult coming out right on the ADC.
Yeah.
They're completely split.
Mystical Meme actually going to get taken out by Adrenalina in their backline. Smurf, the Zahen ult comes out, but is not able to hit anyone, as does the Jinzhao ult, just to isolate and give him the ability to kill Smurf there, whose passive, I believe, was on cooldown. Adrenalina, now maybe a little bit too far, tries to blast cone out, goes back in, is going to try to hit the Q. He's just so tanky. Buys so much time for his team to show up. You can see Light and Reset and Brabro. Brabro actually back from when he got caught. Originally there, you can see as well Adrenalina gunning for Temek again as he gets rooted by entering Enchilada. I just don't think they have enough damage to take out this Scion. Mungi has also shown up. The Jinx rocket actually going in. Light and Reset is so low. but still in the backline, that healing does eventually get taken out by Junkie Joshua. You can see the flash W coming out from Mungi doesn't hit Brabro. Angry Enchilada getting
Mystical Meme gets
chased
the
down.
passive reset.
Oh, Mystical Meme
cleans
respawns
up.
in time. He runs there and gets the passive reset.
Scion trying to catch him in the passive.
Yeah, the passive Scion. But what an extended team fight. We saw Bravo run back there from when he first died. We saw Mystical Meme. Ultimately, it was who died first, honestly, and could come back with more health to help their team finish it off. But looking very nervous, very scary there for a second from Purdue. You could see everyone's health bars were so incredibly low, but they were able to cinch the win. It is now 19-17 for Purdue University, which is excellent. All right, and it looks like we're going to be fighting a dragon. Again, Purdue, after dominating that team fight, is finally able to do that. But Fisher's College looks to be gathering in the top lane. You think they will attempt a gank on the Mbessa?
Yes. Mbessa's in the side lane. Now actually migrating to the mid lane, which will make this a little bit harder. But
Yeah.
It looks like she's going to rotate back just to catch the waves.
But it does look Fisher's College has primary control over the top jungle here, making it very difficult for Purdue to play in there. Do you think this is where the next fight will be?
I'm definitely looking towards Baron, the jungle surrounding Baron as a potential fight. But
Yeah,
it looks
but it
like
looks like-
Scion is getting...
Yeah, getting caught there. It does have to
sideline.
use the ult, which is really nice because he won't have it for what's the next objective. I don't see the objective timers, unless I'm blind.
I don't see them
Yeah.
either. I do know
But it
Baron
looks
is up.
like Timic is in there as Fisher's College tries
Snurb is
to
chasing him down.
Yeah, they're gonna actually chase him down. They do have the damage from the Orianna and from the Zahen. Junkie Joshua also having to run away does get pulled back by whatever Zahen skill does that. I know there's one of them. I don't know which one.
That would be his W.
Yeah. But they were able to take out Timic. Do you think they'll try and move to, I don't know, was it Herald? Oh, never mind. Mugi actually able to snipe Brabro as Junkie Joshua and Angry Enchilada are trying
Big
to catch
Seraphine
Snurb
ult.
unaware, but he does use that Zahen ult, the unstoppable, able to avoid the CC from the Seraphine R. However, he does have his passive, so this kill on him isn't actually going to be confirmed. Oh, brutal. Mystical Meme just got stunned and Nami Q'd there. Junkie Joshua now has to try and get out as Adrenalina takes out Angry Enchilada. The public execution does come out onto Lumiere, but they just don't have the damage to confirm as Mungi snipes another person, goes in, destroys Light and Reset, gets out. That's what a fed LeBlanc looks like. You can see it's 9, 5, and 9 right now. But yeah, sorry. I guess Timic is back, so it means they won't go for Baron, but we should. How are you feeling about this upcoming Baron fight?
It's honestly looking really scary. There is a way for Purdue Gold to win this, the team fight. It's really all... Jinx doesn't have much gold on her, but really getting that Jinx passive up and running is really, really strong. If we can get a solid pick onto...
Like Orianna
Any of them,
would be
really.
really... Yeah, any of them, but especially like the Orianna who's so fed right now and has that shockwave that does so much in team fights, Like if they take her out,
Exactly.
they lose a lot of CC and whatnot. But it looks like you said the top laners have TP because of their lane thing.
Yes. Scion actually started out with TP, so he doesn't get an extra TP, but what he does get is a massive shield
And it
off of
looks
his
like
TP.
Junkie Joshua is actually going to get kind of caught here, is running away. You can see Adrenaline is going to ult there to confirm the kill. The double CC from the Nami.
Looks like they might cross map for the Baron.
Yeah, it does look like
TP coming from Scion.
Purdue did see that. They are aware, though. You can see the Scion TPing. They're also going to summon the Rift Herald, just going to try and get something from bot lane as they congregate. As you said, the Jinx does not have that much gold on her. They have to play carefully as they don't really have the damage to burn down this Baron. The Mungi is really trying. You can see the tidal wave coming out here, forcing this flash. The shockwave onto Timic. He is going to get stunned and chain CC and tossed in the air and immediately obliterated as it looks like Purdue Gold have actually leashed this Baron for Fisher's College. Moongi going in there, trying to get a lot of damage on. You can also see Lumiere there blocking the
Denying the
Jinx
Jinx
ult.
ult.
Yeah. As Baron goes over to Fisher's College.
And the Rift Herald appears to have claimed a turret in the bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, they were trying to cross map, but unfortunately, Fisher's College was able to cross map better. So it should be a difficult siege here from Purdue. Again, gotta look for picks there, which Junkie Joshua is trying to do. Expertly sidesteps the Light and Rust's bubble as he tries to take out Lumiere, but the Lumiere is just so fed and has the HP from Roa and the movement from the Cosmic Drive. As Mystical Meme getting clipped there, takes almost all of his health right there. Has to play much carefully. The Shockwave coming out on Angry Enchilada and Junkie Joshua as Light and Resets ultimately takes him out, and Junkie Joshua also going to be taken out as Lumiere flashes there. You can see the gold difference has heavily shifted into the favor of Fisher's College here with
Fisher's
even
College
Moongi.
is looking to end with the bow special.
The bow special that I
completely
didn't
whiffed.
That didn't do anything, right? Do you have to hit it somewhere else?
Either there's something new with the turrets,
Oh,
or he missed it
Adrenalina
by
actually
like
going
a
to pay
pixel.
for that bow special as he gets taken out, is going to use his passive form to try and take out Timic, and they are able to. Mystical Meme has to be careful there as Brabro, again, being so aggressive, is able to W in there and take him
Fisher's
out.
College is going to be taking game one.
Yeah, does look pretty inevitable here. We even have the bonus Zahen ult as a little bit of a BM as game one comes to a close, 1-0 for Fisher's College. And wow, I feel like that game went, they were fighting constantly, but that game went from like being pretty okay for from a comeback perspective for Purdue, and also like at the beginning it felt like they had a lot of control, and then suddenly it was just like suddenly they're down like all the way to their inhibs, and the enemies are pushing in, and you're like, what happened? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think we might have lost too much. We might have created too much of a CS lead in the mid lane, allowing the free farming with the LeBlanc roams, and we didn't really get enough payout in those roams, particularly in like the bot lane, as the enemy ADC wasn't really shut down, and we kind of created that gold gap, which just it kind of snowballed out of control while the top laners remained relatively even with Sion scaling and just building full armor. It really made the game hard for our ADC and our really all of our AD champions to really do anything.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, speaking of scaling, our Jinx did not get to scale at all. She barely got to play the game. She was stuck under turret constantly. She was just getting battered by Corki R, all the poke that the Corki Nami combo have. So really unfortunate if you're playing from Mystical Meme's side. You feel like you really weren't able to do anything as your team couldn't really protect you. As you said, Angry Enchilada and Mugi. Angry Enchilada moved mid a lot from Moongi, and Moongi also ganked a lot. They did. You also Temic was able to gank the mid lane a lot in the early game, but he did stop doing that, and they did tend to go bot later game. Do you think it should have been like the other way around, game pace wise?
It's really hard to tell. I don't really know if it would have been better to go earlier. I think it really just comes down to we weren't successful in the plays that we did make around the bot side. So it might have been more beneficial to look bot lane sooner, just to try and strengthen bot lane and get them scaled a little bit further before Corki could really just go in and terrorize, especially once we moved towards some more like team play, leaving the ADCs alone in the bot lane. The gold gap and just the early game power of Corki was too much for Mystical, and it really became an issue.
Yeah, I mean, remember that part where we were watching them fight, and then we panned back to the bot lane, and it's like, oh, Mystical Meme's just dead. Like, he got chased.
Under tier 2.
Yeah, he got chased all the way back to his tier 2, and still wasn't able to survive just because the Corki had so much gold on him, even with both supports missing. in that fight. So if I'm Mystical Meme next game, I'm like, put me on something that I can actually do something, especially because I believe we picked the Jinx into the Corki.
I believe
But
so.
maybe picking a different ADC to blind would be better, especially because we know he plays like Kaisa, which might be a little bit like also scales, but is a little bit stronger in raw power in the early game.
Exactly, and that would have helped out a little bit in their AP/AD damage. Because looking at Sion, he was able to build, it was like Thornmail, Tabbies, and maybe even what's the emulate item?
Sunfire?
Sunfire. He's able to build all those items. We went Yuntal into Rapid Fire Cannon. I guess just some AoE
I wasn't
damage.
looking at the ADC items, I fear.
But we really weren't able to do much into this health stacking armor building tank. Draft is starting soon, so I guess we'll wrap it up. But
Yeah. Ultimately, Fisher College was able to accelerate the game to such a pace that Purdue's bot lane couldn't really play. And then even Mungi's damage, the high burst damage from the LeBlanc that we saw all game, kind of fell off. So they were ultimately able to take the win there. But as you said, we should be moving into draft for game 2. I believe it is a best of 3.
yes, best
Okay.
of 3, fearless.
So Purdue, if Purdue are going to come back, they got to do it now. But yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm
what do
hoping
you
for
What do you want to
redemption.
see them do differently besides all the ADC changes that we mentioned?
Phew. I honestly don't have a simple answer to that.
Really? Because I think Temik should have gone bot. No offense, Temik. But it looks like we are going to look to be doing draft again. You can see our nice little graphic popping up. Purdue this side on the blue side and Fisher's College on the red side.
Yes.
We might be right back. We might be swapping casters in a moment.
After draft.
Oh, after draft, I see. Cool. I can't hear production. That's kind of interesting.
Oh.
You are the chosen one. But we're actually going to
Gwen
see.
ban from Purdue Gold.
Yeah, that's interesting. That was Fisher's College's
But a self
last ban.
ban.
Okay, I think they're swapped. I think Purdue's supposed to be red side and Fisher College is
Yes,
supposed to be blue
yes.
side. Because I know in Fearless you typically keep the same bans every game just because it's Fearless. Like they can't
Yeah.
play what they just played. There's no point in banning
That'd be
it.
impossible.
But for now, we're just going to assume that they're swapped. Purdue actually going to
Vladimir?
switch it up with a Vladimir ban. They're thinking about it. An Ari ban.
Okay,
An
they're
Action
fixing it.
ban. An
They're
Alistar ban. Oh, they're really thinking about it.
All right.
What was their
And we
third
we
ban
fixed
last
the
time?
overlay for us.
Oh, we did? Yay! It's like nothing even happened. you
There
know?
was never an issue.
What issue? I mean, okay, we're thinking about an Akali ban. Okay, interesting. Not exactly
Is that
familiar.
the same as last time? I call it.
I do not know. I don't think so.
The auction seemed familiar, but
I believe it was an auction ban last time, but I'm not sure if Mugi plays either of those. Looks like Purdue is going to be sticking with that Rumble ban, I believe. Their top laner does play it. We are going to first pick Vayne for Brabro here. You could see. Oh, nope, Garen. We're thinking about it. Ezreal. Yunara. Okay, we're going through every ADC.
Fisher's College is just teasing Purdue Gold.
Yeah.
Just throwing out everything.
I do think Yunara is
Yumi?
probably. Oh, Yumi.
Okay.
Yunara
It is
definitely the
Yunara
most
pick.
likely pick there. A really staple ADC nowadays for pro play on Brabro, of course. So it'll be interesting to see him on Yunara, who's definitely a little bit more scaly. Of course, does have that damage.
Now, are we looking at a first pick support, or are they
It
just
certainly looks like
messing
it.
with us?
Or they're kind of like mirroring. They're like, oh, you hovered all of these things. We'll hover all of these
Yeah,
things. But
yeah,
it looks like Lulu
Nope.
gonna lock
Lulu
it in
pick.
for Angry Enchilada.
I guess that would. I'm assuming that's to counterpick Yunara.
Yunara Lulu have been played together. Are quite a strong combo, but it's like basically any like enchanter. I guess Nami out of the pool, the amount of enchanters are less. But we do know that Fisher's College support plays a lot of Sona,
Sona,
and also
okay.
plays some Lulu. So maybe it's targeting that.
Lulu
Oh,
Twitch.
nice. Interesting. Okay.
That'll
It's
be-
actually, we're trying to play the iconic Lulu Twitch combo in the bot lane. Mystical Meme said, fuck it, rat. Oh. And it looks like Fisher's College is actually going to be picking their support as well. Gonna play like Purdue did last time and not expose any more of their hand than they have to. They're thinking about the Leona. We do know that Brabro and Light and Reset like to go in. The Leona definitely more engagey. But with the Lulu ult, should be interesting how Mystical Meme and Angry Enchilada play it around that.
Yeah, it'll be difficult. All right. Now it is the third and final pick for the first half for Fisher College. Wukong.
Okay, they picked their jungle. Wukong also a pretty solid
Very,
pick.
very strong champion. And
Very versatile as well. Has a lot of mobility and survival tools. So can go in with the Leona as well.
Vi.
Okay, it's a game of
Okay.
everyone goes in and then we fist fight, and then whoever walks out wins.
Exactly.
But we're gonna move back to bans as Purdue continue
Aurora
with their
hovered by Purdue Gold.
Yeah.
That was a champion that was thought to have been locked in the beginning from Fisher College, but they did switch off to the Leona, I believe.
yeah, and we do know that Fisher College's mid does play a little bit of Aurora at least. So they are going to go ahead and ban
through.
that. Holding it a little bit, maybe thinking about what they're going to do next. Oh, they're going to lock in the Talia ban. You can see a lot of bans now targeting towards mid lane who have not been picked yet. So Mungi and Lumiere have to...
The Jax ban.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
What is Purdue Gold planning to pick if they're banning Jax?
Definitely not Volibear. Well, I mean, it could be.
Aatrox, Renekton.
Honestly,
Oh, Camille?
Camille.
That could be interesting. Oh, and
It would.
an Ari
It
ban.
would be another big pick champion. I don't know.
But the Camille can definitely go in with the Vive, so.
I feel like they do kind of need some sort of front line. They do have Vi for engage, but I'm a little worried about the Twitch. Oh, a good mid laner for some peel.
Okay, nice. Interesting. I do think that you should pick a tanky top laner next. Not sure what their plan is. Okay, interesting.
Looking like a mid lane pick coming from Fisher College.
Yep, Lumiere hovering everything. Going over the Annie. Some nice CC. Oh, Rise as
Rise.
well, which we know has been pretty strong
Very strong.
recently. Widely utilized by one Los Ratones.
And messy. All right.
A little bit of witchcraft, you would say.
I'm hoping for some of that for Purdue Gold.
For sure. Maybe they should have picked Rise.
Yeah.
But looks like the last
Looks like it's going to be the
is going
top
to
laners
be-
again.
Oh, we're
It's a
thinking
good
a
blind
Renekton.
champion.
Yeah, very solid, classic top laner for the side of Fisher College.
Great, very, very strong team fight from Fisher's College.
Yeah,
I'm hoping for something
lots of
good.
engage as well. They have a lot of tools. They have the Wukong R. They have, of course, the Renekton, the Slice and Dice, and Leona. Not to mention like some tricky plays like the Rise portal your Renekton into the backline, your Leona into the backline. Malphite.
Malphite. Oh, okay.
Okay, it's gonna be Aatrox.
Aatrox.
It's gonna be the age-old matchup of Aatrox versus Renekton in the top lane for this next upcoming game.
I'm definitely excited to watch this. This will be this seems to be another big
Like fist fight.
hectic
Yeah.
fist fight. Yeah, they're just gonna be throwing out abilities endlessly.
For sure. It seems like both teams really like to play like that.
Yeah.
And constantly love to fight.
Really
Comp
is
wise, which comp do you prefer?
Unfortunately, I am looking at Fisher's College a little bit more. I am a little nervous about that Wukong. He's just so strong in fights. Vi will be good for grabbing onto either the Yunara or Rise, but then you're just gonna be stuck with the Leona in your face, and the damage isn't really gonna be able to come out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the Vi here, besides using her ult as like CC, she only has two like really big dive targets. And Rise has all of that survivability. And if Yunara, if she pops ult, she has like all those dashes and that mobility and all those slows.
Yeah,
So it should be interesting to see how the Vi and the Aatrox, they have to play together. I mean, and the Lulu has to be able to support them. But I'm a little bit worried for the Twitch. For the Twitch and the Syndra, obviously Syndra has her own, her EQ, her tools to survive dive, but you have like 3 ways of engaging, and a lot of them are tanks, or at least pretty bulky. So if they get on to the back line of Purdue University, should be quite difficult for them to play. Bot lane matchups, what are we hoping to see from both sides?
as a bot lane expert myself, well, I mean, both of them, I mean, they're ADCs, they both really got to scale. But I am worried about an early engage from Leona. If Yunara and, if Fisher's College gets like an early push, we definitely have to watch out for the level 2. But depending on how they play it, Purdue Gold could even get some early poke off using Twitch's Q at the start of lane.
Right. And all the poison stacks from his passive. The Yunari, you just got to be really careful, because when she hits that 8 stacks on her Q,
She gets really
does so
strong.
much.
You can't take extended trades, really.
Yeah. But the nice thing, though, is you do have that Lulu, the shields, and of course the polymorph into...
The polymorph is
We
really
have not
strong.
discussed the polymorph. Honestly, I almost forgot about the polymorph, but the polymorph should be extremely strong against not only Leona, but like Wukong, Renekton, anyone else who steps up a little bit too far.
I'm definitely seeing possibilities for some early skirmishes and team fights in the top side, looking at like just Vi, Aatrox, and Wukong Renekton. Both teams have really strong early to mid game. They might be fighting over grubs or just really control of the entire zone.
Yeah, of course. Another thing I really want to see this game is the utilization of the Rise portals, as they do have that tool and they do have a lot of engage. So definitely want to see some clever usage of that out of Fisher's College. Of course, if you're Purdue, you got to play around that. They could be TPing to any bush, You just got to be aware of that at all times. Another thing that makes life difficult if you're playing Twitch or you're playing Syndra. But on the side of Purdue, they do have the Syndra QE as engage, especially if they catch one of the squishies with it. But just a really good tool in general. And of course, Syndra does so much damage, especially scaling. But both mid laners pretty scaly, no? With the Rise and the Syndra.
Rise and Syndra are both very scaly. Rise will be extremely tanky, and depending on how he decides to build, I have seen double tier builds because you can now stack both.
Right, because you have both things. And it looks like we're getting in game, and I believe we're supposed to be doing a caster switch around now. Can production let us know if that's still happening?
Do it here. I'll
Okay, looks like
swap
it is
off.
occurring right now as we move game. Both teams pulling out to their respective positions. Nothing major currently going on, Classic 5 point, but the bot lanes have found each other. They are going to fight a little bit there.
Are we live right now? Okay. Okay. Hello.
Oh yeah, we have a new caster now. This is Hayden.
Yep.
Or what were you called?
Just call me
previously?
Hayden.
This is Hayden.
Most people from Purdue will just know me as Hayden.
One time, a long time ago, he played on the team actually.
Yeah, a
for
long
Purdue.
time ago, as in like 2 months ago.
That's a long time. Okay.
I'm actually very interested in how this mid lane matchup is going to go. I think.
Oh yeah, and he's a mid laner, so he knows things about mid lane. So.
I've never seen the rise with Comet. When Phase Rush was getting nerfed, I kind of thought maybe they'll move towards Unsealed Spellbook, but with this Comet and Scorch, he's just spamming his spells on the Syndra. Moongi's disrespecting him, and he's losing a lot of HP for it.
Oh wow. Yeah, you can see right there that Mungi has dropped quite low. Is gonna have to play really safe under his turret here. Not sure. He does have TP though, so could take that as an out. But again, has to be really careful about where he uses it. Adrenalina and Junkie Joshua we see fighting in the top lane now. Junkie Joshua does have it pushed in. Looks a little bit reminiscent of last game, of course. Mungi actually getting a hold back or a foothold back in to the lane, able to land that stun there. Still taking a lot of damage.
Yeah. I mean, in this top lane, you want to talk about it first?
Yeah. Adrenalina actually going to slice and dice, able to take out Junkie Joshua there. So low, really close fight. We could also, if we pan into bot jungle, Snurb has found his way into Temic's camps. Temic doesn't know.
Oh, but he gets the smite off. He steals the blue. And Leona's under his tower with no flash, and Lulu's there.
Okay, light and reset looking really low here. They do have to play really careful because Snurb is here, and Temic is relatively low.
Oh, I would not go in further here. I think that the play is done. But
never mind.
Leona goes back.
He's in there. Light and reset is in there, and another kill going over to Angry Enchilada.
But Twitch is going to get free gold for this.
Smurb is actually flashing. Mystical Meme also flashing, able to take out Smurb in the top lane. Incredible.
And now the Twitch
sequence of events.
The Twitch might be down 10 CS, but generally when it comes to Twitch, the CS is completely fake. All that matters is if you get gold by making flip plays and walking around in stealth. And he just got a huge injection with the double buffs. That's also going to help him sustain in this lane as well.
That's true. Bravo now going to have to play a little bit more careful as Angry Enchilada stepping up to poke him. As you mentioned, the double buffs on Mystical Meme going to be doing a lot for his sustain and also for his poke there. Light and reset. Flash coming out as well. Gets the cleanse from Mystical Meme as Angry Enchilada and are forced to come back. You do see Angry Enchilada making the most out of Lulu's kit there. Able to put a lot of pressure on Bravo, so he's not able to step up and capitalize on the CC from this Leona. Meanwhile, Junkie Joshua taking a lot of damage from the slice and dice here with the Renekton stacks. I forgot what they're called. Is a little bit stuck there. You can also see the Wukong coming up here to confirm the kill. Junkie Joshua just stalling for time, trying to get out. Does get stunned though, and Moongi
mid lane too,
also falling in the mid lane.
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked to see these lane matchups come out in the solo lanes. Oh, bot lane flip,
Light and reset going in on Mystical Meme. He does have to use the invisibility to try and get out, but without the damage, as Temic has just shown up to zone Brabro, and you can also see Brabro is quite low on mana.
Yeah, he's kind of. This is not an easy lane because with how the minions are, he's not going to be able to push fast enough with his mana, but he's also not able to set up a freeze with the lack of red minions alive. So he's kind of in an awkward position, has to take a bad recall, but he does have a slight gold lead.
Yeah.
And he should be winning this lane as Yunara.
And you can also see that Vi is hanging out in the bot side jungle, taking advantage of that bot side fight going well to try and get some camps here.
Yeah, he's going to sneak the Raptors, but we see Leona walking into them, and the top lane fight is happening.
Yeah, Smurb now, we know he's not bot, so Junkie Joshua needed to play a little bit safer here, as he is going to be hanging out in the Gromp, trying to recall. It looks like he's not going to be able to get it off. You can also see... Wow, but he does so much damage before he gets taken out. Temic also getting caught, as you said, the Leona walking up and the Ryze walking from mid lane. The teamwork there able to take him out. very unfortunate, especially because the Infernal Drake is actually up now.
Yeah, I don't think that the blue team is going to be going for that until their Wukong is level 6, because Wukong before level 6 is just not a very strong champion. But, I mean, Purdue's solo lanes and jungle is making questionable plays, putting themselves at a disadvantage. And even though Josh did take...
Light and Reset actually going in the Leona E here. Just the sheer damage, we can see the empowered Q from Brabro there, able to obliterate this Lulu. Whatever lead we had in the bot lane is going to be diminished there as they do take that kill. Junkie Joshua also getting ignited from the Renekton is going to live, but
just
is
can't
so
get to
low.
lane.
Yeah, he can't. The Slice and Dice takes him out again. Adrenalina now level 7. Junkie Joshua still level 5. And we can see Timic here actually trying to set things up for his bot lane. Kind of hard, though.
I think doing this as Tamic, although you want to go do your Gromp, you just want to get the farm. I don't blame him for looking for a pick on the bot lane. With how these games have been, it's so chaotic. There's always fighting. Last game, there were 2 kills a minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2 kills.
That's
I'm not
kinda
sure
crazy.
if you realized that.
I mean, I kind of felt something because I feel like I was switching from fight to fight constantly.
Yeah, there's been no rest for these teams, and it's... I mean, I think that Purdue just has to breathe for a second, take it a little slower. Although, now if you take it slow, you're probably never going to get a foothold back into this game.
Yeah, you do have to be careful. Temic here getting caught out by Smurb. He is going to lose the scuttle here as he tries to get out, gets rooted by the Rise. Syndra here trying to provide a little bit of backup, but isn't able to. And Green Enchilada as well as they take him out. It did look like Purdue was trying to posture around the dragon. They do seem to like their Drakes. Got 2 or 3 of them last game, though they weren't able to do anything with them there. But their plans for Drake have clearly been foiled. And it looks like Wukong and Leonard are going to, they're going to take it. I know you mentioned that Wukong probably going to wait until he's level 6 to try and take Drake. They're taking it a little bit early now.
Yeah, well, when the enemy jungler is dead, it helps take the Drake for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, this game is just so escalated for Fisher's College. They're so far ahead everywhere, pretty much.
Yeah, you
their
can see
weakest position is
the
bot lane,
levels
and even then, Yunara is stronger than Twitch early.
Yeah, Temic getting cut out by Adrenalina and just gets solo killed in his top jungle. Ooh, things are really escalating here.
And it's
Purdue
a little
University.
awkward because Josh was trying to proxy, but he didn't even get the whole wave because he was scared of Renekton.
Yeah, Flash and Cleanse coming out from Mystical Meme as Light and Reset and a Snurb show up to help out their bot lane. A double kill, or not double kill, but
a flash
2 kills
forward for the Syndra.
for Mungi as he does ult, isn't able to do enough damage.
Could we get a Control Shift Z zoom?
Junkie Joshua now has also arrived in the bot lane using that Aatrox ult, is going to try and get something from it. Can't quite do it, but Lumiere actually going to flash in there to root the Syndra as Barbaro is able to take him out. You can see, even though that Leona and that Rise were so incredibly low there, that the Yunara just had the sheer damage and the health to keep it up. Temic now kind of stuck as he was trying to get more camps in the bot lane, but it's just going to get auto to death for Smurb. But things are really falling apart here. Purdue really needs to take a step back and come up with a game plan where they can work together cohesively to get back into this game.
Yeah, now, what I'm interested in, I can't see the Twitch's runes, but I know the Syndra's in the sorcery tree, and at this point, you just have to kind of hope for the best. Does Syndra have Gathering Storm? Is she going to be able to just hope they make it to the hour mark and get some free AP? Because it's not looking good.
Yeah, I mean, Syndra and Twitch are your 2 big scalers here for Purdue, but like last game, it looks like this game is getting so accelerated. The Leona R coming out and Angry Enchilada is actually going to miss, but he takes a lot of damage from the Yunara Q, as Light and Reset also takes a turret shot, and a little bit of poke damage from Mystical Meme, ultimately nothing coming of that fight.
Yeah, and I mean, the one win con for Purdue was that Twitch, and just hope that he can make plays, but...
Meanwhile, Junkie Joshua, Smurf has shown up in the top lane again. Smurf's favorite place to go is apparently the top lane. You can also see the dominance getting popped here by Adrenalina as they slowly but surely chase Junkie Joshua. You can also see the ignite. They backed him into a hole, essentially. Maybe he can... Oh... Oh.
They're just going to delay him, and his wave's in a pretty bad spot.
Oh my god.
He almost got it.
He did
I mean,
almost get it with that flash there.
typically when you use the flash, it's bad, but I mean, he almost did it.
Yeah. Mystical Meme here now getting caught out by Brabro does live with a sliver of health here thanks to the camouflage provided by his Q.
Oh,
but he is going to flash back in with the W.
Tamek's
The
behind him, and this is going to get gold for the Syndra.
Yeah, Moongi and Temek have both shown up. Angry Enchilada still playing it carefully. Temek going in with the cease and desist is able to get the
Vi got
shutdown,
it.
which is excellent for him. Well, I guess you would have
I
preferred
would
to
have
have that
preferred
gold
it
on
to be on
Syndra.
Syndra. I think that it's really hard for a Vi to be in a position to carry, although
It has
one
happened
player
before.
on Purdue has a gold lead.
That's true. That's true. 57 gold lead over for Temek here. Angry Enchilada also still able to be to survive that entire fight, which is quite nice. Though Junkie Joshua, you can see the level lead here in the top lane is devastating with the 10-3 level lead.
Yeah,
He
it's a
just has to
complete
play safe
disaster.
under turret. You can also see Adrenalina also finished his quest already. Does have that TP, and Junkie Joshua still does not. But at least it seems like they're having fun. The emotes are coming out. Adrenalina's
He's gonna die
diving
under
him
tower.
under turret with the dominance and the.
I didn't even notice until you brought up the TPs. They both ran Ignite, and typically the one who runs Ignite and wins is the one that's gonna win the game.
Oh really? Is that
I
like a
mean,
stat?
You're playing for lane. One of them is winning lane with
Yep.
Ignite.
Yeah, and with
Just a
the
little tough.
the Leona R coming out here as the Rise portal, you could see was actually used to carry Lumiere and Smurb into the fight. A little bit overkill, I think. Mystical Meme and Angry Enchilada were already dead there. Temek actually going in, trying to get something done against Adrenalina, but you can see with the does actually make it out alive,
Yeah,
but
using
the
that E
sheer
for the
level
shield.
diff, yeah, the sheer level diff makes it so hard for him. I bet they could do it if they fought him together, but that's like that only that can Junkie Joshua take out Adrenalina. Does have a massive health difference, gets stunned there.
Oh gosh.
Oh no, Adrenalina flashing back in, trying to get something with this.
Can Joshua take the minions?
With the slice and dice. Junkie Joshua is so low here. Has to be really careful. The double dash actually going to take him out. Moongi is here though. Gonna try.
Yeah.
Gonna
Renekton's ult
try
is
and
gonna
do
be up
something.
soon. If
Oh,
Renekton
God.
gets his ult up,
They
oh,
threw
phew.
everything at him. They threw everything at him. Another shutdown going over to Temek, who actually is living. He's alive. Oh, now he's dead.
Yeah, this
Gonna get
Rise is
taken
just
out
so
by
strong,
Lumiere.
too.
Yep. But the mid lane gap seems to be the least. I guess it would be the jungle gap. That's actually the least out of all of them. Angry Enchilada getting caught by that Leona E. Brabro gonna finish him off, as we talked about in draft. The damage from the empowered Leona Q, which he seems to always have.
Ooh,
The flash
that's gonna be
coming
a
out from
shutdown.
Mugi.
Oh, he lives.
Yeah.
I-
I mean, just all the health he gets from Roa just allowed him to live there. Mystical Meme having to cleanse flash the Leona ult there. Leona also having to flash away from Junkie Joshua. Light and reset solo, but they're not able to take him down, as Junkie Joshua takes a lot of damage, actually going to go down to Brabro there in the mid lane. As he got
I
the
believe
he got
that
the
the Rise is
stun.
gonna win.
Oh,
Oh.
unfortunate. Flashes back in, so the Syndra can't hit him comfortably and is able to take him out.
Yeah, and that's just the upgraded boots in the mid lane. Those Merc Treads blocked 150 damage there, and I think he only had 200, so over half of his HP was a magic
Yeah,
shield.
we can see Snurb here cleaning up. Found a pick on Mystical Meme. Where if we're looking at the quests, as you said, the Merc Treads, or not the Merc Treads, but the Rise also has the Baron Recall now, which Mungi does not.
Yeah.
But which lets him get back faster and heal after fights, I guess. But Adrenalina and Junkie Joshua, again, fist fighting now in the bot lane. Junkie Joshua taking a very
he got
large
a
amount of
TP
his health,
behind.
but Mungi's gonna actually TP behind. Sorry, as you mentioned. Angry Enchilada has shown up as well. Here's the QE coming out. We should see the Lulu R should see a polymorph, but they might not have the damage. Oh, they do.
It's a great pick for them. The Twitch definitely needed the gold, either him or the Syndra. They just have to get one of them a gold lead so and hope they can carry.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like the Leona gonna Hex Flash here. Temek able to sidestep that E. Otherwise, it's gonna take a lot of damage from the Yunara there. Oh, and they meet again in the jungle.
We're at a position in this game where Purdue is already missing one tier 2, and none of them have completed their quest outside of jungle and support.
Oh, very, very concerning. Leona going in with the ER, trying to help his team finish off Junkie Joshua. They are able to do that, but she is going to fall to the interesting Rise TP.
Yeah, it was an interesting TP, but the Lulu took the shutdown on Yunara, unfortunately. I believe that maybe the picks did the damage and the turret finished, giving Lulu the kill. That's unfortunate not to get the gold onto one of the carries. But Fisher's College has played this game really well, especially their solo laners. They just had absolute dominance in the 1v1s this game.
Yeah, from the beginning, essentially. And we see Snurb hanging out in the bot jungle, making it really hard for Temek to go in and do his camps. And also doing a lot of damage to Angry and Enchilada there. He's going to take all of his camps, essentially. But Mookie's going to save the Gromp.
Not
Nice.
the Gromp.
It's okay. At least you have your Gromp, you know. But you might not, as it looks like they're going to kill it. Oh, rest in peace, Gromp. And Adrenalina is going to go in. Adrenalina has decided would rather have an Aatrox
At this
over
point,
a
the
Gromp.
Aatrox might be worth less gold than the Gromp.
Don't say that.
You really got to choose
Meanwhile, in
which
the
one.
top lane, Lumiere getting caught out. We can see the smite, but Lumiere's just doing so much damage on Mystical Meme. Has to
And
be
they're
really
on the
careful.
Syndra with a Renekton TP under the tier 2.
Yeah, the Bravo popping ult there, as somehow Fisher's College have ended up on Purdue's side when they try to flee, are able to just take them all out in succession, and they are definitely also going to get this turret. But I think good play from good intentions from Purdue, trying to look for that pick. It's obviously like one of the only ways they can get back into the game.
Yeah, for sure. When it's in this state, you kind of just have to make as many plays as you can and hope it works eventually.
Yeah, but fortunately, Fisher's College were just able to collapse. I mean, they were like our base now, actually.
Now, if I'm Purdue, I let them have that bot inhib. I want the super minions coming into my base and getting that gold.
Yeah, it looks like Light and Reset with the fancy feet here. Ease back in and is able to enable Snurb to just R everywhere. Temek also going in with the public execution, is able to get the shutdown on the Yunara, and they're also able to lock down Renekton afterwards. Purdue finally playing as a team here, able to do something for once.
We do have a lot of gold on a Vi. We're going to have to hope this Vi puts the team on her back and somehow just carries them through this. I mean, she's gotten so many shutdowns this game. I think she has gotten over 2,000 gold from kills, and she has 4 kills.
Yeah, and I mean, she's also up CS somehow, despite we can see the Wukong basically in their jungle constantly. Looks like Vi also going to try and sneak the Baron, but Lumiere has found out, and she doesn't know that Snurb is on the other side. Leona R coming out, the slow touching her. She's still trying to run away. Is she going to be able to get out? Oh, she actually is able to escape.
The Rise had to stopwatch. This is a really bad position for Fishers.
Yeah, but I mean, they just have so much damage there. They're able to instantly delete Mystical Meme, and Junkie Joshua is going to fall next. And Snurb is going to try and chase even more, as Angry Enchilada with the Q slow, trying to keep him away. And Moongi going to help with the... Oh, Leona just ran right into him. But unfortunately, they're going to be able to take out the Vi with the sheer damage of Brabro.
Oh, a great pick from Moongi.
Yeah. The Syndra are helping a lot there with the turret shot being able to finish him off. Moongi and Angry Enchilada really, really low now, but Mystical Meme did just respawn and Junkie Joshua is coming back soon, so they should be able to defend.
They might be looking to end with this Herald. The Renekton's turning around.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
The Syndra QB onto the Rise. Rise has no flash, but he's out.
Adrenalina is in there. You can also see the polymorph going on to Smurb as he's in the backline. Entering Enchilada getting caught out here a little bit, as Adrenalina and Snurb are just like, they don't take any damage. You can see that Call of the Meek. Adrenalina just gaining back like half his health bar from that.
Yeah.
The little cheeky thumbs up emote there as well. And it looks like they're going to do a little bit more fighting with an open Nexus. Boogie trying his best to provide cover fire, but Fisher's going to take game 2.
As you said, they did do a lot of fighting. I mean, last game there were 2 kills a minute. This game there were 3. It's an absolute slugfest. say what you will about Purdue, they fought.
They certainly did.
my.
I mean, they were fighting constantly for all of that game. Just unfortunately, after some of the early fights, they did kind of start dying in the mid game, and then while they got it together and tried to play safely together under their turrets in the late game, ultimately wasn't enough for them to come back, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure. As I said, a lot of flipping. The solo lanes, they fell behind early, but they kept running at them. They never said no to a fight, and I mean,
I liked watching the top lane matchup was
like
pretty fun. The top lane matchup, they were clearly pretty chill afterwards, emoting at each other. Was pretty fun to watch. Probably not that fun to play if you're on Purdue's side, unfortunately. You're staring at a death screen for a lot of that game.
Do you have any MVPs for the series?
MVPs for the series. Ooh, okay. I will say I'm a big Bravo fan. I like how aggressive he was on his Corki, how aggressive he was on his Yunara. Really fun to watch. Really fun. When you're an ADC and you just get to free fire auto, it's always really fun, just in general. And then for Purdue's side, let me think. I really enjoyed watching Junkie Joshua duke it out. In the same way as Bravo, of course, he never backed down from a fight. He was constantly fist fighting. He did have early control for a lot of game one, actually, on the Mbessa versus the Scion. So he gets my MVP for Purdue. What about you?
On the side of Fisher's College, I think I have to give the MVP to their support, Light and Reset. He really embodied the support mentality of, I'm going to go under their tower, I'm going to die, but my team will get something for it. I really like that trade they were doing, and I mean, I just like that style of a support. Your life is not the one that matters, you're just trying to get gold for your team.
Hayden just wants the support that will put out for his team, you know?
Of course. And then on the side of Purdue, I think Tamic was my MVP, especially in the game too. They fell behind early, but again, Boiler Grit, he was trying to claw his way back up. It failed, but he tried.
He did try. He got a lot of picks too, as we mentioned. He got a lot of shutdown gold just from kills alone. But ultimately, really exciting 2-game series. Saw probably more fist fighting in those 2 games than we would from a full series.
For sure. I mean, that was at least 100 kills in 2 games.
That's true. That's impressive.
Yeah, there's no way that we're gonna get that many from
Can the
a
LCS
5-game
do this?
series.
Oh my god, a 5-game series? That would be crazy. I would love to see that, especially because I know a lot of people on this
It would
team
break records.
have some really interesting picks that they can play, that they can pull out in a pinch for Fearless. So.
Or in a very interesting lack of picks.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Creative ideas.
Either way, it would be really enjoyable.
For sure.
But thank you all for joining us here this week for our Purdue Varsity, Purdue Gold game. Sorry.
Yeah, Purdue Gold versus Fisher's College match.
For this match. We hope to see you guys next time. Please continue coming to support us. If you liked what we do here, if you're like, I could come on stream and I could talk for 3 hours straight with one of these people who are kind of cool, maybe. I don't know what you think. You should come cast. You should join the Purdue League of Legends Discord. It's somewhere. I don't know. I'm sure we have it somewhere. You can DM the Twitch, and I'm sure they'll get you hooked up. But come cast with us. We need more casters. But yeah. So thank you all for tuning in. We'll be here again next week, I believe. Same day, same time.
Yeah.
Different match. More bloodbath. More fist fighting. More League of Legends actions.
Thanks for watching.